Hello besties and welcome to another video on my channel. I have found myself in a little bit of a vicious cycle lately. I sit down like we're doing today and I finish a bunch of projects and that feels great, but then my project bags are suddenly very empty. Oh, so empty. And I can't have no projects going because then I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. So I start something new and then I get bitten by the start new projects bug because new and sparkly projects are so much fun. And then fast forward a month or two and I'm here yet again asking myself, should we maybe take 24 hours to just finish up a bunch of stuff, because I have a bunch of projects just lying around that aren't getting finished? And the answer is yes. So today we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. We're gonna crochet. I need to finish a Hexi Wrap. We're gonna knit. We're gonna sew. I need to shorten a shower curtain. It just didn't get done yet. We need to do it. We're gonna cross stitch again. We're gonna knit some more. You never really know with these challenges how much we end up doing, because even if I just said my project bags are oh so empty, I feel like projects just keep spawning in the depths of that cupboard and suddenly I have way more than I thought I did, and yeah, they just randomly spawn in there. So we might have more to work on, we might not work on everything. We'll see how long everything takes. Anyway, beside the point, we are as always going to utilize the timer app on my phone, and this is a disclaimer, I'm not gonna sit here for 24 hours straight and work on stuff. If you want to tag along in this challenge, you're more than welcome to. I always recommend trying this if you feel like it would be helpful or fun. But I also want you to not sit down for 24 hours straight working on your projects. That is not good for you. It's not good for me. Take care of your hands, take care of your health. Just work over as long as you need using the timer app on your phone, okay? Great, then we're all on the same page. But yeah, if you also think these kinds of videos are fun, I have a whole playlist up here dedicated to these videos, to these challenges, because again, I love doing them. So check that out up in the corner if you want more like this. But yeah, I think I want to get going. So I want to work on some stuff. I want to get stuff done. I want to finish stuff and get all of that dopamine of just finishing projects going. So yeah, I do have a fair few things to work on today. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. On the very top of today's to-do list is finishing the Hexi Wrap. I am determined to finish this one finally, so I want to let that take as much time as it needs, so I decided on doing that first. We need to extend the sleeve, make the ribbing, and add the bottom ribbing and front hem. This has been my project for a bunch of live streams, including right now, which was a cozy member live stream I did before hopping on over to my gaming live stream. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss this project a little because it's just been a perfect mindless thing to work on while on live, but at the same time I'm just so ready to be done, you know? I have the right amount of rows, so it's time for a try on. And you know what? It's perfect. Yay! Time to add the decrease rows and cuff. This is a pattern I have both as a free video tutorial and also a written pattern. I've linked all of them down below. I may be biased, but I love this pattern and this is the third Hexi Wrap I've made. And that's a finished cuff. I decided to make these a little bit looser, but still cinched in. Next I'll be working on the bottom ribbing, and that's pretty straightforward as well, just a half double crochet attached ribbing. Once I reached the end of the bottom ribbing, I chained a lot of stitches for my strap. I never know how many chains to do because it's different with every yarn I've made this with, so it was time for another try on. Maybe just a little longer. On we go. Hi, update or check-in or whatever. I've been working, as you've seen, on the Hexi Wrap and we finished the sleeve. I'm really happy, and I did the strap on the first side, and now I'm thinking, what if we don't do ribbing? What if we just do little scallops? What if we do like little, not picots, but like scallops? Wouldn't that be super cute? So I'm kind of thinking about just going for scallops around, because I want this to be a little bit of a summery, more summery vibe. So I think I'm gonna do that, do a little bit of experimenting. Anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get back to working on it. I'm very excited. Yeah, we're finishing this today. I'm so pumped. We are just short of 3 hours in and we finished one sleeve, the bottom ribbing and a strap. So that feels like good progress for this time. So aiming for 4 hours for finishing this completely. And then we have 20 more hours to work on other stuff. Let's go. Honestly, after working through the first few scallops, I am so glad I went with this option, because how cute is this? Plus, I felt like they went really fast. One thing I did not think of was the fact that I did not decrease while doing the scallops, which resulted in quite a bulky look around the neckline. This will be easily fixed though with sewing in some elastic, which I ended up doing post filming. Now we're at the bottom of the other side of the neckband, so I'm just gonna do the second strap, and there we go! It's all done. You can see here what I meant with a kind of bulky fit, but again I fixed it after filming and OMG, it's so cute. And we made it before even 4 hours passed, so that's great. Well done everybody. Next, I want to work on the goose sock. This is another thing I actually want to reach some sort of finish line on, so this also takes priority over the pink knit cardigan. I am at the point where I need to start knitting the heel, so that's what I'm right about to do. This pattern has a short row heel, which is a heel I don't do super often. My favorite and go-to is a heel flap and gusset under the foot, but if you want a contrasting heel, short rows or afterthought heels are definitely the way to go. The positive thing with the short row heel though is it's very fast to knit, so just like that we have a finished heel and can continue on knitting more geese for the instep. I love this pattern, the colourwork is very fun to knit, and even if there are rows with all 3 colours, which can feel a bit daunting, I think it's a pattern suitable for adventurous beginners. No better way of learning a skill than to dive in the deep end and just do the thing, in my opinion. At least that works for me. That's 2 more rows of geese done, and this is where I needed to pause for a little bit and do some thinking. My feet are too short to accommodate a 3rd row of geese, but I also don't want just a long strip of pink before the toe. I did some chart drafting and landed on making little scallops, similar to what I did in my piebald socks, which is a free pattern by me, available on Ravelry. I did 1 repeat of the scallops and then went on to knit the toe, as that gave me enough extra fabric in the sock to make it long enough for my foot. And I have to say, I love how it came out. It added some cutesy vibes to the silly goosiness of the sock, and I am all about that. Lastly, I grafted the toe using the Kitchener stitch, and I wanted to be a responsible adult, and so I also wove in the ends. Most of them were already woven in, as I like to weave in as I go, but the ones that weren't got a quick little weave in, and so sock number 1 is all done. And we're at 7 hours and 24 minutes. So now, as we are making good time, I decided I would add in a project. More crochet! Yay! This is a tea cozy I started in a video and never got around to finishing, so let's piece this together today. I just need to attach 2 panels and add the top, or actually I need to single crochet around one of the panels, then attach them together. After attaching them, I'm adding a couple of rows of waistcoat stitch at the top before decreasing. This is another project I have a video guide for on my channel, and it is also linked up in the corner in case you're interested. But yeah, I kinda wish I had gone for just single crochets, as waistcoat stitch takes me longer to work than regular single crochets, but the result is just so neat and pretty. I did switch on over to single crochet decreases though, and honestly it turned out good anyway. I feel so silly for putting off finishing this one, but just like that, we are done. It took me almost no time at all, so yeah, don't put things off for months, guys, when it literally take you like an hour to finish. Anyway, on we go. Next up is the cross stitch, the spooky vintage carousel pattern by Witchy Stitcher, and this has been a work in progress for a long time now. I am so ready to finish this. I want to hang it on my wall, and all I have left to do is pretty much color in the outlines. Like, that's gonna be doable, right? Right? So some subtle foreshadowing there, but yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna start with this gorgeous kingfisher teal and fill in the areas that need that color. And then I moved on to this mauve, which is a colour I actually altered from what the pattern called for. The colour that was originally in the pattern was sold out when I bought floss, so I got one that was nearly identical, but turns out that if I stitch with that grey colour in one strand, it's barely visible against the background colour. So I did a bit of an inventory search and found this colour, which is just perfect against the background colour. Subtle but different enough that you will see it well. And this is where I realized I may have made an error in my thinking. I had completely disregarded the fact that even if every color has quite small areas, well, except for this one, which takes up a lot of space in the background, but anyway, all of the colors have pretty small areas, but there are quite a lot of little areas. So I think we'll be stitching for a while. The mauve and the blue bunting is done, so it's finally time to start on some of the orange. I have been looking forward to it a lot, and this bright orange is such a good break from all of the dark colours I've been working with up until this point. It really added something to the project right away. The orange came back in the carousel pearls as well, and then I started on the beige. And we have the quality control inspector here to check the project and also the inside of my sweater. I think we got top marks all around. Anyway, after the beige and some other tiny details, I went on to add the darker orange. The pumpkin is so cute. Then we have one colour to go. And let me tell you, at this point we've been stitching for like 12 hours. Again, not in one go. I'm not completely unhinged, but over 2 days, so maybe a little unhinged. Cross stitch is great, but maybe in shorter bursts. But now there's truly only one last thing to do, and that is adding some back stitching. And there we go. Magic. And that's us at 22.5 hours. Besties, I am going to bed. My hands are tired, my eyes are tired. We'll finish up tomorrow. It is the next day, and now let's just do a couple small things. I'll bring out my sewing machine for a spell. It is time to shorten this shower curtain, with the help of the orange boy, of course. We have a bathtub, which makes it so that standard shower curtains are way too long, so I need to get rid of some fabric from the bottom so that it won't be all bunched up in the tub when we shower. And honestly, it's another one of those 5-minute projects I've just kept putting off doing. Literally measure, cut, fold the hem and pin it, and sew one long straight seam. Done and done. Let's hang it in the bathroom. And yes, our old shower curtain is identical to this one. Neither of us wanted to change how it looked, but after a while I feel like it's nice to change shower curtains. They tend to get a bit gross over time, so it was just time. Much nicer. The very last thing we'll do is we'll frame this project. This fabric has been fraying like crazy, so while the machine is out, I'm just gonna do a super quick zigzag around. I should have done this before I started the project, to be honest, but better late than never, and now I know for next time. Then let's iron it. It's been in the hoop for a long time, so it has a very clear imprint of it. A wet towel and a hot iron will fix it though. I iron it thoroughly, first on the front, and then I flip it over and also iron on the back. Ironing the back makes the stitches pop out more from the fabric too, so I like to do that as a finishing touch. Lastly, let's frame it. I quickly made a passepartout out of some black cardstock, because past me cut the Aida cloth with kind of awkward measurements, but that's the finished and framed cross stitch. Finally! I love it. Okay, so we finished a bunch of stuff. Actually, I am pretty exhausted. This last stretch with the cross stitch really took it out of me. I kind of don't want to see a cross stitch project ever again, but at the same time I'm like, maybe I should start a new one. But we finished up, and that's me talking about the elephant in the room, the Hexi Wrap. Oh my goodness, this has been a long time in the making. It's been the project we've been working on my crochet live streams for the longest time. I just cannot believe it is finished. It turned out very fluffy, very cozy, and I love the detail with the scalloped hem around the front. It is a cutesy vibe, and I'm all about that. But yeah, I needed to finish the sleeve, make the straps and the hem, and I did all that, and we wove in the ends as well, although I did that on stream, so thanks for keeping me company if you were there. But yeah, we did that, so it's actually completely finished. First project all done. Next I needed to finish a sock. The first of my pair of Silly Goose socks. This is a pattern by Stone Knits. I am currently running a knit along for these socks. If you want to join in, there is another month before the knit along is over, and we do have a discount code for the pattern as well, so I've linked all of the info about the knit along in the description down below. But yeah, I needed to actually get somewhere with my pair of socks, so I finished up the heel first, and then I knit the rest of the sock, and I made a tweak to the pattern. This scalloped edge, we're on theme with minty scallops today, but the scalloped edge was my own little tweak to the pattern because I couldn't fit another row of geese. That would have made a too long sock, so I needed to do something else because I didn't just want a long block of pink and then a long block of green, so I added on some scallops, and these are probably, I think, the same scallops as I did in my piebald socks, which is a free pattern on my Ravelry store. I did that. You can also find this little chart in the Discord because we have a Silly Goose cow section in the Discord, so you can find it there as well. I did that, and then also on stream we started the second sock. This was not part of this challenge video today, as my goal was just to finish the first sock. But here's the cuff of the second sock, and also one row into the sock, and as you can tell, the colours are inverted from this. I've inverted them because I don't have enough green to do the cuff, heel and toe in the second sock, so I figured I'd just invert them and make a sock with a pink heel, cuff and toe. But the actual body of the sock will be the exact same as my first sock, so they will match anyway. But yeah, sock number one all done. Here it is in a blocker because we don't like floppy socks on here, but yeah, sock finished. I'm very excited. But after that I decided I wanted to work on a project that wasn't on my original list for this video, and I finished up a tea cozy. I started this a while ago for a birthday present, but I've actually not seen the recipient of the present since I started this, so I never got around to finishing it. I figured I would now, so yeah, it's done. To be fair, it's missing its little pom-pom, but I will add that. My hands are just feeling like wet noodles at the moment from all of the cross-stitching we did, so I want to not have to fiddle with small things and tapestry needles today, so I will do that tomorrow. This is a project I don't have a pattern for, but I do have a video guide which you can find up in the corner. I made this in my Animal Crossing anniversary video from this year, so I've put that in the corner for you in case you also want to make a cute little tea cozy. Next, it was cross stitch time. Ooh boy, oh my goodness, you know how I said I needed to basically just colour in what we had done? Well, that was true, but that was basically half of the project. I spent more than half of my 24 hours cross-stitching this time, and I was determined to actually finish it, which I did, but man, am I tired. But here it is, and I'm so happy with it. I may change the frame in the future. Turns out it wasn't a totally perfect fit, but for now it works, and I can hang it on my wall, which I will after the video, for the sole reason that I want to ask David where on the wall he wants it. I am actually really happy with it. It's such a cute project, and it's the right kind of spooky to be up as year-round decor, in my opinion at least. And while I do not recommend working as intensely as I did to finish this, I can 100% recommend the pattern. It is a pattern pattern by the Witchy Stitcher, and I have put a link to that as well in the description. But yeah, we did that. I am so happy. One thing I thought of yesterday that I wish I had thought of when I bought yarn or floss for this was, imagine the skeletons and the little skulls and stuff. The white, it's actually like ecru, but the white should have been glow in the dark. You should do, if you do this, please make them glow in the dark, because that would have been so cool. But yeah, we did that. I'm very happy. It's done. It is complete. It is finished. It's framed. It's done. But after that was done, I had like no time, like actually like 2 hours. So I didn't even timer what I did because I was just over it. And I shortened and hanged my new Shaiyeh curtain and framed the cross stitch, and that may or may not have left me with like an hour or so on the timer. But to be perfectly honest, I don't have it in me to sit and knit for an hour just for content right now. So the cardigan, the pink cardigan that I wanted to get some progress on, it will still get worked on when I feel like it. I wasn't about to finish it today in this video anyway, just get a little further into the pattern. So I'm perfectly happy with just doing that another day. My hands truly need a break today. Same with starting the shawl that I was maybe gonna treat myself to starting today. Actually, expect a follow-up kinda to this video, kinda sort of. I'm gonna start the shawl, maybe work on the cardigan as well, and just chat a little about my summer plans with you in an upcoming video. So I hope you'll tune into that one as well. It should be out in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's everything we worked on this time, and I am super duper happy with all of it, with all of the progress, with all of the results, with all of the finished projects. This time I feel like we really made a dent in the project pile, and I'm very, very happy to finally be completely done with a Hexi Wrap. So what was your favorite project today? I have to say that even if whilst I was stitching the last few stitches last night, even if I was feeling like I never ever want to see a cross stitch project ever again, it is my favorite project today. I'm over the negative feeling already. I am incredibly happy to have finished this one. But let me know which one was your favorite project today, or if you started, or if you finished something whilst watching, or anything else you may want to chat about. Leave a comment down below, or if you don't want to chat, that's completely fine too. Leave some knitting or sewing related emojis for me and I will give you some sparkles. Also, while you are in the comments, please take one small second to like the video if you liked it, as that helps me out a ton with my videos and my channel. Thank you. And if you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. I am so happy to see you here today. Thank you so much for clicking on this face and watching this video, hanging out with me for this project vlog. If you are new here and you would like to keep seeing what I get up to in our collective future with my videos here on the channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button down below, and also ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. We also have a Cozy Crafting Club Discord that is open for all subscribers of the channel, so you can find that also linked down below. It is a super cozy place to hang out and chat with friends about projects, pets, life, whatever you want to talk about, and we'd love to have you. We also have memberships open on the channel if you want to get extra cozy or even super cozy. So yeah, that's open if you want to join in. We have some perks and we have some member live streams going and stuff like that. So yeah, and as always, all of my socials and my shop are all linked down below in the description as well, just like everything else I've been talking about. Also patterns and stuff I've been mentioning and working from, all in the description, and also a link to my second channel where we play cozy games, so feel free to check those out as well after the video. But yeah, that is all I have for today, all I have to chat about today. So thank you all so much for watching and for hanging out with me today and for being here, and you have a fantastic rest of your day now. Take care, and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye!